What's going on, beautiful people of YouTube? If you think this is a real NES Classic Edition, you are wrong. This is a counterfeit, bootleg, clone, replica piece of junk. And I want to teach you in this video how to spot these things so you don't make the same mistake I did. Let's check it out. So a little bit of backstory. For those of you who follow my eBay game deals unboxing videos, you know that I picked this up. It was a quick buy. He had it listed somewhere between it was like 110, 120 bucks. I just sent an offer of $70. He took it. I figured $10 would be great for shipping. You know, I don't mind paying that little bit extra just for the shipping. It did not have a picture of the back. It just had the picture of the front. And obviously to the untrained eye, you're going to look at that. You're going to think it's real. Now, I knew to look out for the things that said like 500 games or the ones that didn't have the red top. But this just looks so good. And I got gypped. That's what happens. I knew the second I plugged it up that it was a fake. It was a counterfeit. And when we go to the actual HD TV, I'll show you what I mean. But to spot the problems on this box, it'll give you kind of a heads up, because these things are out there. Obviously, like I said, look out for the ones that say 500 games. That's a dead giveaway. Ones that don't have the red top. Obviously there are official clones. But they are meant to be a clone. You can obviously tell they don't go through the trouble that this thing has done to rip off the Nintendo NES Classic. So right away, like I said, since it was a quick buy for me, I didn't really look it up. I didn't see exactly what was supposed to be on this box the way it was meant to be. But if you look right here, Super Mario Bros. 3 is not supposed to be right here. I believe it's supposed to be Zelda. And the same, over here, it's different. It's not the correct picture that you see on the original NES Classic. That's going to be your dead giveaway. Most of the bootlegs that I see that go to this link, even the one that says 500, they do not have Zelda right here. So that's your first sign right there. Other than that, like I said, he did not show a picture of the back of this thing. So if we turn it over, all this is wrong. All this is just, it's terrible. The color is off. It's really dark. It should be a lot, brighter, a lot more red. But the biggest thing that is off is obviously the game. Snow Bros, Chip 'n Dale, Circus Charlie. These are all games that are not on the original NES Classic. And what's funny is this square right here is actually combined to be two games, and I think on the original one, I think it's Final Fantasy right here, and it's just one big square. So they really, I don't understand, if you're going to go through this much trouble to rip off the NES Classic, just put the actual games on there. You probably would have gotten away with it. Now the good thing about this, like I said, is, I haven't said, but on Macari, it was a fake. I did not rate him, fortunately. If I would have rated him, it would have been over with, and I would have been stuck with it and lost my money. But I did not, and I sent a request to Macari for a return, stated my case, and took some pictures of the flaws. They just said, keep the thing, and we're shutting this guy down, and here's your money back. I was super happy about that. Some other mistakes that I see all the time, or that I've been learning about, is the serial numbers the barcodes will be the same across all of them. Same with the serial numbers that you'll see. So that's one thing to look out for. Like if you're trying to buy one and you see them all with the same barcodes are the same regardless, but the serial numbers, if those are the same for all systems, that's where you're wrong. But it really after I plugged this in on the TV, what really got my ass pissed off when I looked at it, because obviously I looked past all this. I didn't even look at the games, because in my mind I knew what came on it. I didn't need to see the pictures. I wasn't thinking. And then I'm like, man, this might be a bootleg. And I'm looking, I'm avoiding the pictures, and I'm reading the list of games. And I notice Chip 'n Dale. Are you kidding me? You're going to go through this much trouble to rip off the Nintendo NES Classic, and you can't even proofread these things? So obviously all the games are wrong. If they don't want to show you the picture of the back, that's going to be your number one sign right there. So make sure you avoid that at all costs. Now if we open this thing up, there's a few other things. Now I don't know exactly what comes in the box of the real one. I can't remember. I did have one originally and I got rid of it, and I regret that. So it's packaged fairly well. I didn't bother putting this thing back in its little sleeve. I mean, it's really well done for a bootleg. It's insane. If we look right here, it's really hard to tell, but the system is just slightly raised up. Nintendo has such good quality control when it comes to their products. They don't allow this sort of stuff here. And they really go to the same, you know, to these great lengths to rip these things off, and it's crazy. One thing that I noticed right away was these buttons were weird. If you look at it, it's like they're raised in the center, kind of like a little ring. What are those little cheap candies, little tarts or whatever? They look just like those, but it feels good. I mean, it feels great. It feels like a Nintendo product, but it doesn't look like one when you start to look at it a little bit more closely. It came with everything else that it would. It came with the HD cord, the power pack, all that. It was unreal. Like, I mean, why go through this much trouble and just completely screw it up that bad? So we're gonna go over here into the other room with the HD TV, and I'm gonna show you hooked up just immediately how bad this thing is, and you can kind of see exactly where I knew. I mean, obviously, knowing what I know now, I would be able to spot this thing a mile away. But how I knew whenever I hooked this thing up, oh, this thing's completely shit. So let's head over there and check it out. Alright, so we're in the bedroom. We got the 4K TV hooked up to the NES Classic through the HDMI, which is how it has to be hooked up. There are other replica systems that use the AV, and obviously that is wrong. It's got to be HDMI, so at least they got that right. They even got the short cord on the controller right. I mean, they went to such lengths to rip this thing off, and they failed so miserably at it. So whenever I hooked this thing up initially, the first thing that I noticed was this this light. It is not supposed to be white. It's supposed to be the iconic red like the standard NES was. Let's skip that and just look at this screen. Look at how terrible this looks. This is not the NES Classic menu. Now it sort of rips it off, but you know, obviously there's some major problems. The biggest that I clearly saw was it is not HD. This looks terrible. It is very, very ugly. It is not bright. It is not Nintendo quality. And then you start to look at it a little bit more closely, and you can see like up top there's supposed to be like 4 or 5 different settings and icons. Below here you're supposed to have a scroll of games that you can actually choose from. And then, you know, obviously as you're going through and you look at these games, you're like, oh yeah, this is terrible. I mean, look at Chip and Dale. They didn't even bother to, I mean, come on, people. Are you kidding me with this shit? I knew it was a ripoff. I knew this was terrible. Once this was turned on, oh my god, I'm still pissed off about it. But luckily, I did get my money back, and it's not going to hurt me forever. It's just going to piss me off for quite some time. And let's see. Let me show you like the quality of these games is terrible. Like, they do not play well. We'll go with classic Kirby here. Oh, it looks so bad for what it's supposed to be. Now, I got the Retron 5 right there. Everything plays, you know, beautifully on it. So here's Kirby. Look at the bottom. Look how unstable it is. Like, are you kidding me with this? It does not look good. I can't play this with one hand. Look at that. Look how that is a terrible hack of this game. Let me show you one more. This is just atrocious of a ripoff. I mean, you're gonna go through such lengths and make it look that good, and you're gonna do this bad of a job. So let's click Mario Brothers here. Let's see how it plays. Oh, you can already hear it sped up. That's just horse shit. That's it, guys. That's all I got to tell you. I just wanted to make this video because hopefully it'll warn some of you out there before y'all make y'all's purchases. You can see these things. I know, you know, one of the few ways to really get these things now is to get them online. I thought I was getting lucky with a good deal. I was not. Had I known what I know now, I would have easily, you know, avoided that. But you live and you learn, and that's what this video is about. So if there's anything that I left out, please let me know, because you are letting everyone know who watches this video in the comments. It's got to be something, you know, that's just crazy. I mean, look at this. Are you kidding me? I was juked, but like I said, it doesn't affect me. I did get my money back, but that's not going to happen for everybody. So I don't want innocent people to get shitted on by this product. A lot of people are going to be trying to get these for Christmas for people, and if I unwrap this thing and plug this up for Christmas, and I would be pissed. No one needs to go through that. But anyways, guys, I hope y'all enjoyed this video and you learned something. share this video. Let other people see this so we can get this word out and people will be more informed. So take care and enjoy the rest of your day.